Okay. I just want to say that when there's a question about something you don't want to share in the meeting, you can also phone me for something. It doesn't need to be very long, and that there's no charge for that. So you can just phone me during my day. If I am there, I just pick up the phone. And we can also do a one-to-one. It's called a one-to-one. And then just make set a date or time, and then we talk. And I ask something for it. You can see it on my website. So I just do everything, the muting, because every sound is very much heard. So, okay. Um, what can I say? I'm sitting here. I'm just sitting. Just sitting. They're seeing a computer. They're seeing faces. And that's it. That's everything. There's not talking to people. We assume that there are other people at the other end of the world, maybe somewhere. We can abstract, so there's a lot of things going on, and there seems a lot of stories and a lot of things happening in the world. There's only this, and that's this room. There's no outside. We can abstract that there's something outside the street will, and then we go outside and we see, yeah, it's still there. It's new. It's new. Everything is new, and it's there. And there's an appearance. It's only an appearance. That it is an appearance. It's appearing as lamp or tables, bodies. There's nothing happening, and it's appearing as a glass of water. It's new. It's a glass of water, like that. There's nothing mine. Even the body isn't mine. That's new for a lot of people because there's so much investment in having a body, having to take care of the body, feeling that feelings are mine and thoughts are mine, and the the belief that really embody belief that there's a free will and choice. And there's me, and I'm here, and I'm living my life, making my life work, trying to feel more comfortable, something like that. There seems also a free will and choice. And here in these meetings, they're saying, no, there's no one. There's no one. So there's also no free will. And there's also no choice. And when they're saying it's this, then I hear some people saying, yeah, when there's something going on, I just say, yeah, but that's what's happening. That's not what's being said here. That's making something what's being said into a new concept, and having try when there's having to deal with things, we say like, oh, but that's just what's happening. It's completely something else. This is not about saying that. It's a concept. There's nothing saying like this is it in when normal life, you could say. In those meetings, it's talking about that. But in normal life, there's nothing on top of what's going on. So there's living, sitting, or anger happening. There can be anything. It's everything. So there's nothing going on like a different Roes or something, somebody else. The characteristics can be there, and they are there in the story, but it's new. So there's nothing going on about what's happening. There will be no change. When there's me and there's something going on. When there's me, there's always underneath, there's something like, oh, I'm not good enough. This is not enough. This is not satisfying. There's looking for something else, trying to fix things. It would be better than, well, all that. And then there's this talking, and they're saying, no, it's already complete as it is. It doesn't matter what it is, a lot of thoughts. or feelings. Seems to be circumstances, sitting, biking. It's everything. So it's already what is happening. There's no need to change. And there's also nothing going on that there's a free will or a choice to change. When there's change, it's what's happening. It's not done by you or me or somebody else. It's what's happening. It's life. So there's no one doing anything. It's what's life happening, apparently, also. When there's no free will and no choice, there's only what is. There's already only what is, of course. But when there's me, there's that ability to abstract, and there's feeling something like a loss, and there can be a drive to make things right, to not want to feel pain or uncomfortable, and trying to feel good. That's what's normally is going on. This is about everything. It's not about not a method or a concept trying to not have pain anymore or no bad emotion, something like that. There's no right and wrong. There's nothing good or bad. It's what it is. When there's me and there's two, and there's looking at yourself. There's always something going on. Oh, I shouldn't do that. Oh, what he did, that was awful. And everything, or what's happening in another country, or there's always something going on, a focus on something that's not right yet. That's the me. You could say that me is always busy. What's happening and how can I deal with it? This could be better. This is wrong. Or this is right. I'm doing the right thing now. There's no right and there's no wrong. It's neutral. Life is neutral. It's what it is. A table, a feeling. A feeling is not your feeling. It's not happening to you. There is no you. There's nothing inside. This is that front of that body and it's empty. The fullness is that seeing or feeling maybe. That's the fullness. Seeing bodies, feelings, feeling a feeling, a sound, but it's on its own. Could say that. It's one. So there's that sound or a feeling, a foot. And that's it. It's very simple and very ordinary, and it's already what is happening. So this meeting is going nowhere. It's not giving anything or trying to explain things to make it more clear, or maybe it's what's happening. So there can be talking, or maybe there's not talking. There's even nothing going on that it's important to understand or to be clear about this. No, there's no need to be clear about this. It's a glass of wine. What's there about? It's just that. That's the simplicity, and it's also the freedom, because it's everything. When it's everything, then there's nothing excluded. It's somewhere that's the longing to have an unconditional to be in unconditional love. There are no conditions. We're so into behaving and trying to do your best and responsibility and all that. It's a concept. There's no responsibility. There's what is happening. Very, very literally, very simple in that way. No me means also no story. There's no story. But it doesn't mean that the story is not good. Oh, I'm still living in the story. Oh my God. Now, how can I deal with that? That story stops. There's a story. There will be an apparent story. So what? nothing is important. The story doesn't happen to you. There's no one in the story. It can be thoughts about that. Then there are thoughts. There's nothing what it isn't. So you can't escape what's happening. It's already a feeling, a sound, words, everything. It's already complete, as it is. As it is, like the face, how the face is looking, how the words are there, how the response is coming, how the table is tabling. It's already. That's the freedom, that there's nowhere to go. There's also no hope for something else, because it's already this. It's this. Doesn't mean you're looking into like, oh, this, and it's this. We're making, when there's sometimes when there's hearing words like this, the mind is, the brain or the mind, it's immediately making it into something, that trying to take it home and understand and do something with that. It's very quick and clever. And that's what's happening. There's nothing wrong or right with that. It's what's happening. So everything is neutral. We can talk about that. I don't say anything. And we can, if you want to, you can have a type what you want to say, or just sit. And if you want to say something, you can unmute yourself, and then we'll see what's happening. Drinking tea with honey can happen. Yeah. It sounds so meaningless. Yeah, it is. Life is meaningless. There's no meaning in life. We think like, oh, when there's meaning in life, it gives me something and I have some more enthusiasm to do things, or a goal to live for. It is meaningless. There's no meaning in anything. It's what it is. And there seems to be a loss of when there's me and I'm living my life. So there's looking for meaning in things and purpose and setting goals, maybe to feel that there's some something going on. And hearing that's meaningless, that's maybe somewhere there's no hope anymore. What can feel like flat. The strange thing is, it's about loss. This is not about reaching something of in the end there will be happening something. This is about, in the story, about loss. The loss of the meaning of everything. But what I can say, when there's no meaning, it's only, no, not only, it's what it is. And there's something like, oh, it's not only nothing, it's nothing and it's meaningless and nothing. But it's also everything. It's everything. So it's grass, it's the table. And then that's life is joy. It can be very subtle and it can be overlooked because there's so much going on in the story and being busy with everything. And then suddenly it's like, oh wow, it's that glass. It's just that joy, that's so subtle, and that's life is that. So there's no need for anything else because that what's happening is full. It doesn't need to have meaning. It's already the way it is, like a feeling, or maybe the table or a street. Is what it is. That's, how can you say, joy. Not really, it's not being happy, but it's a subtle aliveness in it. It's not serious. Wow, it's not serious. God, that's amazing. That's the freedom, because when there's nothing is serious, then everything can happen. It just comes out and it's that for no reason. Oh, and there's something saying, hi, I don't know why I'm here at this Zoom, just some urge to come up. Yeah, can be like that. Because this is very important. No, it's just that. I just can be like that. It's the same here. It's suddenly like, oh, just setting the computer and there's sitting here and there's talking. Or maybe there's not talking. It's the same. There's no difference. We think that there can be a difference, like I'm here and there's that talking. There's no difference. It's already complete. But there can be something going on, some extra thing like, oh, but it doesn't feel like that. Oh, but I feel not the same as you, or I don't have that, or all that. It's a misunderstanding, but it can be so embodied. It's so embodied. So that can be so strong. But that's already complete as it is. It's can't be not complete. It's everything. So there's no reason for anything also. We think there is, but no, it's made up.
Rose.
Hi. Yeah.
Hi. Yeah. It's funny when you say there's no meaning and it's not serious. So sometimes I feel that the not seriousness, it just feels so freeing. It feels like life is wonderful, something
Oh,
like that.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And
That's so free. That's freedom. Yeah.
mm, mm.
Sorry.
But
And
I also noticed the the thought one after another keep arising, and they're so random, and I definitely no, there's no control of that. Where's the thoughts come from? It seems just some memories, some imagination,
It's nothing.
something.
It's everything is it's nothing, and suddenly it's there, like a table and a thought, and it's
Yeah,
right from nothing. You could
yeah,
say from nothing, but it's not even. No, that's it makes it into something. So no, you can't
uh,
say.
yeah. And I find um, if I notice the thought and it seems somehow there's still sort of a controlling feeling in there. Feel like that I'm in control. If I don't pay attention to the thought and don't give meaning to those thoughts, and they die down really quickly. But sometimes if I don't pay attention, I get lost in those thoughts. So thought just
Yeah,
one after another, making the stories keep going on and on and on.
yeah.
And until all of a sudden I noticed it and it doesn't have any meaning. So it just
Mm.
passed, I guess. And
No,
then next
but
one came up.
it's not done by you that because it can be tricky to say like, oh, I don't pay notice
Mm.
anymore like that. You can do that, but it's only for 2 minutes and then already it's going again. So it's
Mm.
not, but it suddenly can happen that that meaningless is suddenly, it's suddenly obvious and then there's nobody
Mm.
listening, you could say, and then it falls apart.
Mm.
Yeah.
And some thought, if I get lost in those thoughts and I notice the body have a reaction to those thoughts, yeah, either,
That seemed
if the thought,
there are no reaction on the thoughts because we always relate everything to what's going on, so there's thoughts and there's
mm,
some bodily reactions, but it's not a reaction on the thought, it's just what's happening, so a feeling or sensation somewhere.
so you mean like the bodily sensation has nothing to do with the thought?
No, yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, yeah.
What about if, for example, this morning, my son, he's really, you know, he got late for his work, and I was so pissed because he asked me to drop him at the train station, and he missed that train. Anyway, I was so pissed, so I felt anger, you know.
Yeah, yeah,
So
can be.
you say those the bodily angry sensation contraction has nothing to do with the thought that
That's
he's
crazy.
late
Yeah,
and he's
yeah.
really
We are
nothing
so into the story. That's
to do with
so
that.
the normal way because she did that or said that or yeah. There is
Oh yeah, yeah.
it's new.
No.
There's no before. We're living in time, so then it's very normal to
Oh,
think like that. And when there's no and I'm saying no, there's no time. It's a construct. There can be in the story thinking like that, but in the same time, there's no time. So everything is new and suddenly there's wrath, anger. Yeah, can be.
oh,
That's strange.
yeah.
Not saying to yourself, oh, there's anger. It's on its own. So it has nothing to do with her. That's making
Mm.
it in a new story or concept.
Yeah, yeah,
Just hearing
yeah.
that's the freedom. It's that anger. It's that. And it can be a
Mm.
response, maybe, but that's new too. It's
Yeah.
crazy
There's
to
no
hear
time.
that it's on its own.
Yeah,
It's that. And we are so into time and because and
yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I forgot about that. There's no
Yeah,
time.
of course. Yeah. It's
How
so
can
that's
there be
so
cause
embodied.
and
That
effect?
cause and effect. That's so the normal way
Mm.
of how
Yeah,
people think in the story. Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. True. Oh, thank you.
Mm. Yeah. Oh, there's somebody. How can you now know it's meaningless? Not in everyday's life, but in a mysterious and intelligent purpose. How can you know it's meaningless? It's not knowing it's meaningless. How do you know it has meaning? It's more the other way around. I don't see the meaning, but there can be on top of what's going on, thinking, oh, but that's because of that, or it has to do with this, or this is very important, all that. It's on top of that. When that's not happening, it's suddenly like, oh, yeah, it's what it is. So there's no meaning in that. That's meaning is only when there's me, and on top of what's going on, there's making it into something that seems have meaning, it's important, or because, or all that. So it's more the other way around. It's not knowing it's meaningless. It's what the meaning has lost his importance or meaning, you could say. I don't know how to say that. It's just lost. So where's the meaning of things? I don't see the meaning. It's a glass of juice. Just that. Or a feeling. Just a feeling, yeah? What is the meaning of a feeling? I don't know. It's just that feeling. It's only that feeling. It's that feeling or something else. And when there's a story, then in the story there's meaning. Because then there's this is happening and because and all that. So it has nothing to do with knowing. And there's somebody else saying, waking out of sleep full of worries and feeling insecure and thinking I will have a break from listening to this message, and then switching the iPad on and joining the Zoom meeting. Oh yeah, that can happen. That what somebody said, I'm hearing this, and when there's a lot of hearing and it's really hearing, then I don't want to hear it anymore. Oh, I think it can be like that, because that's so, wow, it's destroying so many things that you believe in and seems to be important. And then suddenly all that, there can be a lot of feelings, maybe also suddenly coming. You don't want that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's no choice. Hmm. Some people say also like, oh, when I'm not there, and then I can do what, then I can do everything. So I can go murder people. So, oh, when they're saying there's no choice and there's no one, who decides? It's life happening. There's no one deciding anything. It's energetic. What's going on? There's no center. There's no someone, so individual going around and in their body and deciding. No. For Rose, there appears to be enjoyment of talking about this. Before Zoom and YouTube, how did Rose express this? Oh, when there was that, you could say when there was that moment in the story that everything was lost, and there were, I think there was, I don't know, remember so many, 3 years, 4 years, something like that in the story. I didn't say anything about it. I didn't know what to say. It wasn't clear at that time, and it was just, yeah, living. And then somebody asked me, and then I'm living in Holland, and then people came in my place, and with a little group, we were talking about this. So then it's happened like that. And then that was funny because I was only talking in Dutch. And then there came the pandemic. And then somebody said, so everything stopped. And somebody said, oh, there's Zoom. Can you do that? So she learned me how to do it with Zoom. And then suddenly I started talking in English. I never did that before. Yeah. Yeah. But the sharing is everywhere. It doesn't need to be talked about in meetings. That can be like that. But the sharing is also with friends, not talking in that way like there's no one and all that. But there's nothing going on. There's something wrong. All right. So, wait, one moment. So when there's nothing wrong with anything, that's a sharing in that conversation. So that's, in that sense, there's also sharing. That's underneath what's being talked here. It's also something, some energetic. It's not only the words. It's a little bit the words, but there's also something else going on. It's destroying concepts. It's putting holes in all that, and there's a real can be or a relaxation because there's nothing going on, like seeing you as a person or there's someone. It's and there's it's already what is going on. It's already, there's no need to change anything. And it's the love is unconditional. It's not mine. It has nothing to do with Rose, but that's life. There's nothing in between, you could say. And that's doesn't matter where it is. It can be in the shops. It's the sharing. The sharing is in everything. So not only in the meetings. It's in a different way, can be. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with anything. That I can say that's what I longed for, but I didn't know how that would be because there was always something going on. This is not right, and I can do and not should, but there's something missing, and it can be very subtle. It can be everything is very clear in this message, but still there's something. There can be something going on. It's not about being clear or understanding. I had an understanding for it when I was going to Tony Parsons. There was a lot of understanding, and it was very clear that what he was saying, I thought. And then suddenly that fell away. I didn't like that because that was a hold. I was talking to people about this, what I know, and then suddenly that fell away. So I couldn't do that anymore. Yeah. And there's another chat. Do you ever wonder where this energy life comes from? No. No. Where it comes from? No. I don't know. No. It's 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 no, it's a mystery. No, I'm not saying that. It's a wonder. It's more like, oh my God, how is it possible? It's an appearance of all kinds of ways and all kinds of individuals. Everything is unique. All body, mind, or people. It's unique. The way they express how people look. It's amazing. Everybody looks different. Whoa, it's God. It's more that. It's not always
Yeah,
nice. Also, yeah. Come on. Who's talking? Yeah.
yeah. I
Hi.
sometimes feel like yeah, it's so amazing how um everyone's different.
Yeah.
It's so amazing. It's just
Yeah.
wow, wow,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
But but with that feeling, but do you still get angry with someone, or I can still get pissed with my son.
Yeah. Of course. Yeah. Yeah. It's not always nice. Oh,
And
hello.
like
I'm accepting you. No. Of course not. No.
Okay. Yeah, I
Yeah.
do feel, oh, everyone is different. It's so amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean it's nice or you like it. That's something else.
Mm,
It's not
yeah.
about I like everyone. No, it's not. No, that's
Oh,
something else.
oh,
Like it's a love.
oh,
There's a love. Yeah, that's unconditional. Or that doesn't. What that can be anger. Like, come on, how could you say that? Yeah,
mm,
of course. It's very normal.
mm,
Is that what's going on? That's already, and that's how it's going. And what me is, what I call me, is on top of
mm,
that, is making it into, oh, I shouldn't, or what is that, or looking at it and all that. That's that me construct, very. And that when that's lost, then everything is that in that sense is still the same, it's going on. But without that,
mm,
tick, 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 oh, no, 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 all that.
mm. That'd be nice.
But it's not wrong if it's going like that, because that can be the new one that, oh, there's still that talking to myself and all that, those thoughts. It's energetic, it has nothing to do with you, it's energetic. So
Mm,
it's also what is happening. Because what me does is always saying, oh, I don't want that. I want something else.
mm.
That's so tricky. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's the difference between you and me.
That there's no but. There can be wanting something, of course, but what is that? It's just wanting something. Doesn't mean it has no power at all. Well, there can be wanting to be a sunny day, to have a sunny day, yeah. Well, and then there's looking outside and it's not there, yeah. Then it's, oh, oh, it's raining again. And then, or not, or something else. But it's not, yeah, it's not about, life is not about Rose. That's the freedom. It doesn't have anything to do with Rose or anybody else. It's what it is. Life doesn't see someone. There is no someone.
Mm,
It's energy going without centers. There's no borders or something like that. No. It's the same as in a country, like we thinking in countries, and then you walk, and then there's the country. Where is the border? You don't see a border. It's just grass or something. It's the same. It's something like that. We have some. We can abstract so well everything, but it isn't. There's nothing real in that.
mm. It seems
Oh,
like every single cell knows that.
yeah.
You know, there's there's only this. There's only life. That cannot be separate individuals. But
No.
somehow there's this so-called energetic contraction is making this individual person personalhood so real.
Mm. It's yeah, the
Mm,
thought seems to have meaning and importance and content and believe if we believe, yeah, that's the energetic thing. There's
mm,
nothing wrong with that. It's so believed and it's so embodied. Yeah.
mm,
And somewhere when that falls away, there can be a moment or longer, and then it's like, oh, oh, it's that, yeah, yeah, of course. It's what it is. Yeah, of course. How could I not see that? Because it's so,
yeah.
and it's in a way that I remember somewhere there was a subtle sec, maybe a millisec, I don't know, of disappointment because I I thought, oh, I wanted something else. I wanted something wow, something like that. It's so normal. It's like, oh, it was already. Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah. Mm. And what's also lost is that there's no difference. So in the sense like when there's here me in the meeting or somebody else who is uh, talking in the meeting, there's no difference between anyone. It's not. So sometimes it's making into like what Rose has. I want that too. We make it into something special, and that confirms that you're not there, or you're not there yet, or there's something not here, and that she has that, or she has that, or no, that I don't have that, or I don't feel that, all that. So there's making a difference, a distance in what's going on there, and trying, longing for that, or maybe trying to do something about it or anything. And then hearing there's no difference. Most people don't want to hear because there's suddenly something going on, like what here is going on is not yet there, and she has it, so I want to go to her meeting, and maybe that's happening to me or something like that, or not, or all kind of different thoughts. It's already complete. There's nothing to happen. That when there's talking about the story of Rose and there's what's happening, the loss in some moment, it's a story. It's just a story. It was also very clear it didn't happen at the same time. So it can be confusing to hear that story because that confirms there's something to happen. It didn't. It didn't. Something doesn't arise, but that's everywhere. When there's somebody saying to you something and there's nothing, no reaction coming, what can you do? There's nothing coming. So there's no saying anything. It's not arising. It's the same thing. So there's no difference. It will not be better. It's what already is complete. There's a chat. There's no difference. And I thought that this directness of speaking is more with the speakers. Yeah. No. Yeah, we make that into something special or something I would like to have or something. No. It's coming like that. It's the same with everyone. It's just talking. It's only talking. Or only. It's not only. It's talking. We try to hear what is there in it, and then, or maybe then, and there's on top of that, there's something going on. Can be for something. When I go to that meaning, it will be, maybe it will be get more clear, or maybe some, oh, there's something happening. Oh yeah, now I feel so. There's always something going. That when there's a looking at it, that's busy with what's going on and making it into something, or making a speaker more, maybe more special or more something. It's the same. There's a difference. Everybody is different. That's uniqueness. There's uniqueness in that. Doesn't mean it's more important. It's already complete everywhere. So it can't be not complete. It's already complete. As it is with the thought, the thoughts can happen. That's, and it's everything is energy like that. And there's this talking like here, and there's somebody else making, typing. It's that energy is it too, of course. It's only different in a way, you could say that, but it doesn't mean it's better or more or all that. That's the abstract mind. That's me making it into something else. Those meetings don't have any importance or meaning. You can go or not go, doesn't matter. It's strange to say that, but it is like that. And still, and when there's going, it's just, then it's opening the computer and just type and there's going, yeah. Or there's drinking coffee, yeah. Yeah. Then that's the completeness, drinking coffee. And having, and thoughts can be there. Yeah.
Morning, Rose.
Good morning.
So last night I went to bed and I have a hernia.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and so when I bent down, I was getting ready for bed, and it seemed to twist, and it causes a lot of pain. And then all the thoughts coming up, oh, there's no one here, do I have to check this, will I have to go to see a doctor or go to hospital? And then all sorts of my daughters live away from me, and how am I going to cope? And then again looking at some news and worrying, is it the one world government taking over, all our freedom gone? It's just and in a way I do feel exhausted. I've been to so many meetings, and it's in a way I can't say I'm choosing to do it, but I just can't help but wanting to listen to this over and over and over again, but physically, like you know, I don't do any physical exercise. I don't go out much, so physically, like there's so much tiredness as well, and maybe like sometimes it feels saturation of I can't listen to this message any longer. Like I'm full.
You're full.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
can be.
yes,
Yeah,
yeah.
those thoughts can be there too. Yeah, of course. That you don't know how that's going. When there's pain, there can be a lot of thoughts with that,
It
and
just
then
comes up so
gone.
quickly. Yes, yes. And then it's no longer, it doesn't feel like it's just this. You're like, you know, suddenly there's a past and a future and an interpretation and a fear, really fear comes up, and vulnerability, because you know, yes, when it comes up like that, sudden physical pain that, you know, I couldn't get to sleep till the middle of the night, and that is
Yeah.
yes, yes. And then there can still be a longing for a partner, you know.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And oh,
Everything comes around.
yes.
Yeah.
When you're
So,
well, it
yeah.
doesn't matter.
Yeah, but that's then that when there's an understand, maybe, and it's not about you, but when there's the message can be very clear, and then even more like that, and suddenly there's some pain or something going on
Yes,
like that,
yeah.
then that energetic that's going on, and it's giving everything to get you back. You could say that. No, it's
Right,
not really
yes,
like that, but
yes,
it's a survival system. So now we go. Not really, but it's just a way of talking. And then like, oh my God, and then it's going into the story, and everything is coming with it, all kind of issues what maybe were there. Yeah,
yes.
can be. But it's yeah. It's nothing, but in that moment, it feels like, oh my, like worries and all things that going on, and maybe fear can come. Yeah.
Yes, because I had a friend who thought, I didn't know her that well, but she had twisted bowels and she decided not to have an operation. So it just took its time for, you know, for her to die. That was her decision. And it just brings that, you know, what if happens to me, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then it's suddenly like, who cares about these Zooms? Nobody on the Zoom meeting is going to be by my side, you know. It's like,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
full
Oh my
on, like,
God.
oh, this is reality, you know. Never mind about this.
Those silly Zoom meetings that don't help me when I am in
Yeah,
pain. Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure about speaking up, and I was still in my dressing gown,
Yeah.
and yet as soon as you speak, you know, that's it, you know, the story can just like be gone.
Ah,
Do you know what I
yeah.
mean? Just talking,
Yeah.
saying the story, sharing it, and then okay, that was it.
It's strange how that works.
Yeah,
It seems so important and so overwhelming, and then suddenly it's gone. Yeah,
yes,
amazing.
yeah.
Yeah.
But so these fears and the when there's still an I there in a way.
No,
I
that's
said,
making it up. There can be
right,
fear. There can be all kinds of. There's something going on when that whole construct is threatened. Then it takes out everything to get you back in that story and that like that. And then
yes,
that and then
yeah,
when that's not that interested anymore, or that not that, then it's for a while, and then it falls back again because it's not contained or not that sticky anymore. For a while it can be there. And
Yes,
then
yes.
like, yeah.
I mean, that's it. Usually there's no stories, or if there are, they're just like gone as soon as they appear. So so I'm
Yeah.
not used to this anymore.
No, that can be. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. A few
But
days
yeah,
ago, I had there was somebody, a friend, was saying something to me on the WhatsApp, and that was so nasty. So, and I was so angry, but it was on the WhatsApp, where so you can't speak. And I had that, and then all that going on, and Queen, and all that, all those thoughts. And then I slept, and then after the morning, and I was like, oh, that's gone. But it's
yes,
so
yes,
can be like that. Yeah.
right.
It's very normal.
Yes, yes,
Yeah. But
yes.
it doesn't stay that long anymore. That's more
Yeah.
that. Yeah. And sometimes more. It's, I don't know. Can be.
Mm. Yes, it's gone now. That's it. There's the clouds gone. There's like, where is the story? Where is it? Like another.
It's so strange. Yeah,
Yes.
it's two different worlds. It's
Yeah.
completely gone. Yeah.
It is like a whirlpool in the river, you know. Like,
So God. Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. I just thought maybe someone
Yeah.
might
Thank
want
you.
to speak. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Hi,
Somebody said,
Rose.
oh,
Oh, sorry.
okay. Yeah.
Sorry, you go ahead. Oh,
Now, there was somebody saying, I also thought that the tension in the neighborhood of my sleep had to go away. I had nothing to do with it. In the neighborhood of my sleep. Well, yeah, I cannot understand. But the tension, when there's tension, there's only tension. There's that tension can be somewhere. But it's not your tension or somebody else's fault, or there's no cause and effect. So when there's tension, can be, but no reason. I think that's what you mean. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Go ahead, Lee.
yeah. Hey, I'm just wondering, if you were in Catherine's situation,
In what
for
situation?
example,
In a
Catherine last night,
cat?
she had
Uh,
a immense pain.
oh,
If
oh,
you
so
were
like that.
in,
Oh, in her
yeah,
situation. Okay. Yeah.
yeah, just for example, if
Yeah.
you were in her situation last night, so the body is experiencing pain, do you feel like okay, the body is in pain, but it's not me. I'm not in pain. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you associate the pain with you, or you know the body is in pain?
No, it's not
Yeah.
knowing. That's not, because then then you think that it's saying to yourself, oh, it's not me in pain, it's the body. No, there's
Yeah.
nothing. No, it's less. I don't
Uh,
know. There's pain, and there's nothing coming up to not there's no there can be a thought like, what is this, or what is it about, or but that's it. There's nothing. It's not sticky. I can't. So it's more like I'm stuck. No, not stuck, but it's that pain, and there's no thought arising about that, or a knowing, or something, what is going on with it, or all that. So it's that pain, and after I could sometimes think about it, but not at that moment. Most of the time it's pain, and then I don't know. There's nothing, no knowing, or nothing coming about it, or trying to change. It's not even arising. So I don't even think about it. Those thoughts are not coming. So you can't, there's no escape. That's the other side. There's no escape, because when there's trying to get out of it and a lot of thoughts, and not like, I don't mean that some about Catherine, but there can be a lot of thoughts and trying to get out of it. So that's less pain in that way. When those thoughts don't arise, it's painful on without any escape. But it's not noticed that there's no escape. It's that pain is there. It's, in a way, it's also normal. Strange enough.
So pain is there, thought are there, but nobody, no experience.
No experience. No, the pain is can be full on, and wow, can be there full on. Yeah, experience. It's, I don't know. It's not experience, but there's, yeah, pain.
Nobody experience it. Would you say that?
When, no, there can be that when the pain is there. Oh, it's difficult to say, but when there can be they're being busy, they're thinking like, oh, there's pain here or something, I don't know. So it seems located. In a way, it's that seems located, and in the same time, but that's not noticed on that moment. It's also empty. Well, I can't say how that is. It's, I can't say. It's pain and it's nothing. How can you say what that is? It's strange. And still full, and it's still pretty pain. It's full on, or whatever, can be different, or sometimes it's not that strong, and sometimes it's really strong, or so different. Or sometimes they can be going to the doctor and saying, my stomach is hurting, and can you have a look at it? It can be like that too, maybe. So it can, or taking medicine. I don't know. It's very normal. Well, in the same time, it's not, because it's empty, and that I can't explain how that is. And suddenly it can be there, and it's suddenly like, oh, yeah, of course, that's what she said. But how can you explain that? It's there and it's empty. It's not. It's nothing. It's empty.
Yeah.
Yeah. Trying. What about pain or feelings you don't want? Something like that. There's trying to get rid of it. First, the funny thing is, first, when there's a feeling you don't want, first you think like, oh my God, what is that? So you take it home. And then you think like, oh my God, this is my feeling, and I don't want this. How can I get rid of it? And then being busy getting rid of it. And then suddenly in a moment, it is maybe gone. And you think, oh God, I did the right thing. That whole thing in between, that isn't there. Because we think it's mine. So it's taken home and try to get rid of it. And not, but it's the thing is, it's not taken home, and it's not trying to get rid of it. It comes and goes. I don't have any influence. There's no me. There's no one. So there's no influence in that what's going on. No control. No, there's no control. Well, so what? There's no control. We think that's really important, and that's making my life work, and so that's exhausting. There's no control. There never has been control. That's amazing, because control, that seems so important and busy, and oh, did I do the right thing, and get a lot of tension about that. And then suddenly, oh, there never was control. It's life going in his own way, her own way, his own way. And it has nothing to do with you or me or anyone. It's just energy going. Oh, wow. Yeah.
I recognize what you were saying about the pain. It can be full on and at the same time it's complete empty.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I recognize that.
Ah, yeah.
Hi, Rose.
Hi.
So, yeah, when you say, like Anita said, the pain is full on, but it's empty. So I tried to pinch on my arm. I felt the pain, but what is the empty part? What is empty?
I can't say. I can't say. You cannot search for it. It's suddenly what's going on is that when I'm doing things and I am here, then there's on top of that, it's like it's solid. Everything is solid and real. And when there's a loss of that realness and that it's solid, then that can be for a moment or longer. Then suddenly it's like, oh, it's empty. And it's there, it's full on at the same time. But normally there's something else on top of that. Like, yeah, I don't know. It's so quick, so you can't say how that's going. It suddenly can be there or not. It doesn't matter. When that's feeling like, oh, it feels like really solid and it's my pain, then that's what's going on. You don't need to search for emptiness because that's a new one. That's like, oh, now I found something else that I don't have that yet, or that's not happening here or something. Doesn't matter. But it can be a hearing of that, and that's it. You don't need to take it home or understand or feel it. It's that, and I don't know. It's sometimes things. What words can have an influence. It seems like they have an influence, but it's not noticed. So there can be some concepts are not that strong anymore, or maybe they are more stronger. But it's going by itself, so it's energetic. So I can't say how that works. What is that? What is emptiness? I don't know. I can't say.
Okay.
Everything is empty. The table, the feeling, nothing is solid and real. Everything is empty. It's an appearance. And it's in the same time, it's also full. It's pain and it's table and it's a glass. As it is. We're so much into it's not that strong, or it could be stronger, or all that. No, it's exactly how it's going. Is it that sensation and that thought? Then that's there. That's the completeness or the fullness.
You say something about there are no guilty feelings.
About what?
That there are no guilty feelings.
Oh, guilt.
Yes.
Guilt is, I don't see guilt as a feeling. Guilt is more like there's something going on, and there's a thought like you did something wrong, or you should have done a better reaction or something like that. I did something wrong. That can be so strong. That can be also very much embodied, that when there's that something, somebody, you did say something maybe, and then it feels like, oh my God, I shouldn't have done that, because she looked a bit like it was painful, and that's so embodied that it's a kind of behaving. You have to behave in a certain way so you don't hurt anyone, all that kind of stuff. You can't. When there's a response, or when they're saying something, it's not saying that to someone, but when someone, it takes it home, and there's feeling bad or feeling hurt or all that, and saying it's because of you and all that. It's the story. It's endless. And then what can I say about it? It's a misunderstanding, but it's so embodied. It's not a feel. It's strange. In Holland, we say guilt feeling. It's not a feeling. I don't see it as a feeling. It's more like I did something wrong. But that's so embodied, and so that feeling, or that idea or belief, could say, that there's something not right with you. You're not good enough. You should behave in a different way and all that. You can't. And it doesn't mean it's, I'm not saying it's okay, because that's something else. It's what it is. So there can be saying something, and it's like that. Not nice. How can you say it? Yeah, it can be like that. I don't know. How can you say it? It's what it is. But it's not okay, because that can be a little bit in this kind of meetings, and an idea for, yeah, but it's what it is. Like, that means can be sound a little bit like, but that's okay. Nothing is okay or not okay. It's what it is. Angry or whatever.
Hi, Rose.
Hi.
This sudden realization here that I was making this message into something. It's like, oh, I was making it into something, like something, that message is something, you know. No, that's just seemingly talking, seeing a face on a screen. I don't know. I was making.
It's not a message
hearing
like that.
Yes, it's not.
Yeah.
Oh, making it. Oh, that's so. I have to listen to this. It's going to change my life. It's important. I have to get it. Sometimes that still comes. Other times it's there's absence. You know, that doesn't come up. But suddenly, no, it's the plants, the glass of water, the sunshine on the foot, and that's it. It's like, it's not something. It's not something.
Oh wow! Yeah. Yeah.
Always trying to, like,
Yeah. Of course.
It's so everything is seen through the contraction. So when there's contraction, even a message that says it's even the message seems to be put into a contraction, and it is something. Bloody hell, sorry.
Yeah, but that, oh my God, yeah, sure, it is like that. Yeah. Yeah. Amazing.
I don't know. I don't know if it makes sense or not.
No, it's but it's most of it can be so much like that. Making
Oh,
it into
yes.
something. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, no, it's just air.
Yeah. Yeah.
Air. It's empty.
Yeah. That's it. That's yeah.
Oh, sorry. Thank you.
It's so fun. That's the laughing about, oh my God. It's of course. Yeah. That's so yeah. Oh,
Thank you.
no, thank you.
Thank you, Catherine. Thank you for sharing. It really helps. Yeah, here too, always trying to apply this. It's not I want to apply this non-duality into my life. It's just that somehow, it's just trying to make the use out of it.
Yeah.
Something
Sure.
like that.
Sure. Mm.
It's the wall and the bookshelf behind you as you speak.
It's that, yeah.
It's that.
Yeah. That simple. It's that simple. Wow. Mm. Yeah.
Again, here there was so much contraction. This is so important. I have to listen to this, and making it heavy. Making it, it's
Important. Yeah.
important, and there's something more to get. It's just it's just a misunderstanding, really. But it was making it heavy, and like the tightness. I have,
Yeah.
and it almost like it became almost like a burden, something to carry on the shoulders.
Yeah, but it can be. It's so when it's important, when that feeling that it's not enough, that can be so strong, and then suddenly there's something that resonates, and it becomes like, oh, that's will make it like better or something like. And it can be not in the head, but
not in the head. No, it's not in the head. There's no awareness. It's not even seen, just tightness.
Yeah.
And then even just that sharing, and then it can be gone. And then I don't know what that was, it's like.
Yeah. But it's not because of the sharing. That can also be a new one. There can be sharing or not sharing. It's going anyway.
Yes. Thank you.
It's nowhere to get to.
No. No, it can't be. Because when it's everything, where do you go?
Yeah.
Where you... Mm. It's the letters on the computer. It's that screen. It's a feeling. It's already exactly what is going on. And when there's no feeling of emptiness or that, then it, there's looking for something that isn't yet there, maybe. But what is there? What is apparently there? And when there's not seeing apparently, then when it's seeing there, it's that. Then it's the table, and it's like a sense of solidness. Then that's what's going on. There's nothing right or wrong with anything. It's what it is. That's already, so it's already complete. There can't be something wrong. It cannot be wrong. There's nowhere to go. There's no need for anything else than what's happening. It's that. And there can be ideas, well, no, but this is not, then that is already it too. And it can be a misunderstanding. Well, so what? Then there's a misunderstanding. Life is everything, so it doesn't matter what it is. But when there's I am here, there seems to be always something not right yet. I'm not yet here, or I don't understand, or I don't have that, or all that. That's the abstract mind that can abstract that there's something wrong or right. There's nothing wrong or right. It's a construct. It's only No, I say only. It's what it is. It's what it is. That's it already. It's complete. It cannot be not complete. It's exactly how it's going, how the face is looking, how the computer is working, how the frustration can be there. It's exactly that already. So there's nothing to do or nowhere to go. There's no one, and that's already what is happening. Thank you. Thank you. Wow. Great.
Thank you, Rose.
Thank you. Thank you for being there. Oh. Oh.
Thank you, Rose.